Hello and welcome to another special edition of Sesame Record Reviews. Yes, with our 25th episode comes the second anniversary of the series, so get ready because, like I said, this is the quadruple load of records from Christmas 2024. So by chronological order, we'll start with 1977's What Time Is It on Sesame Street? What time is it again? Well, let's ask this big-ass clock that all the Muppets are surrounded by, and judging by such, it looks like it's 4:39, 4:40. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure this isn't how 4:40 would look on a real clock, but hey, Muppet logic for you. And if we check the top right of the cover, it says, inside is a clock with movable hands. Inside the inside gatefold sleeve. Well, let's take a look. So the gatefold sleeve instead gives us this collage of real live people doing all these timely activities for what we can only assume is acknowledged some point in the album. Like over here we got a typical 9 o'clock day in New York City. Hey look, Snoopy. Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't use the Muppets for this part. Not even illustrated. Even if that would still be questionable. And finally, of course, we have to take a look at the back cover of this, while also taking a look at how my copy is doing. But the record itself, well, let's check it out. So here's where we can find out if the condition of the record itself would do fine. And if you could see, there's a bit of writing on the label, but that should be fine. Here we go.
It's me.
Hello, Bob.
It's 7 o'clock here in Sesame Street, and it's time to get up. Clock rings, I wake up, I yawn, and stretch myself. Good morning. It's 7 o'clock,
Mary Lou? So this isn't Prairie Dawn? We've seen Betty Lou look-alikes during season 1, so this would kind of make sense.
Brush my teeth, there's so much to do. Well, I'm all ready to cook breakfast. There's just one thing.
What's morning time without breakfast?
Now there's lots of different things I can make. Hold on, Derby, hold on. There's only one thing me ever have for breakfast. Oh, really? Me have a soft boiled cookie with a glass of cookie juice on the side.
Okay.
For a change. One morning, we will have me cookies scrambled or fried.
No wonder this was one of the few songs that made it to the actual show. God bless you, Mr. Moss.
Morning to keep me satisfied.
Over on side 2. And there's a number 2 written on the label, if you can see. As if it didn't need that much clarification.
And you know what I say to myself every day at 1 o'clock? I say to myself, Bert, it's 1 o'clock now. Time for one of the most exciting things I do every day. Time for my nap. Oh, it's time for a nap now. Time for resting my head. Yes, it's time for a nap now. Nice and comfy in bed.
If you don't mind, I'm just standing still trying to think about why this took 2 decades to finally film for the show. Maybe not the actual show, but...
It's such a perfect time to get some sleep. It's 3 o'clock. The big hand is on the 12 and the little hand is on the 3. 3 o'clock. And 3 o'clock every day happens to be the time I drive home from work in my... And as soon as I get home every day, you know what I do? Well, when I get home, I go out for a walk with my... And I want to tell you a story of what happened the other day when I was out walking with my... I was taking a walk. Walking with
Talk
my...
about deep-cut choices.
He's the friendliest that you'd ever see. But we met a meow, a furry old meow, and my funny old chased her up a tree. Ernie, where are you? Oh, wait a minute. See what time it is? It's 6 o'clock. The big hand is on the 12, and the little hand is on the 6.
On the 6,
and when
yeah.
it's 6 o'clock, there's only one place that Ernie could possibly be. Well, here I am in my tubby again, and my tubby's all filled
This is
with
the
water
only
of
song
nice
that
fluffy
wasn't
size.
recorded for
And I've
this
got
album.
myself a washcloth to wash myself. And I've got my nifty
I mean,
scrub
by
brush
the...
to help me scrub
I'm
my
talking about
legs.
this was the only
And I've got a big fluffy
pre-existing
towel to dry
recording.
myself when I'm done. But there's one other thing that makes tubby time the very best time of the whole day.
Yeah, sorry we have to cut you off there, Ernie. It's not that we're tired of listening to your favorite song and all. We've got other records for review. And that... And that what? Nothing, Ernie. I was just trying to say that we're going to review another 77 record, and this one is Big Bird Leads the Band. And as we could see by the front cover, that's what Big Bird is doing for this introduction to music appreciation. You know, because Big Bird and the real conductor's just okay with this. And I believe that may be Carol Spinney himself, but, you know, I could be wrong. What's he going to compose? Old MacDonald had a band. The Mary had a Little Lamb March. Merry-Go-Round Waltz. Okay, Big Bird, you got something on ya. And the condition of the record? Rough, to say the least. And on the back cover, you can tell from there it's seen better days, but what does the musical world sing about Big Bird Leads the Band? I give it a 10, says Dick Cluck, television host. Where have I heard such a name before? Brings new meaning to the alphabet song. It gave me goosebumps. Mitch Mallard. Hey, didn't this guy work with Bob at some point? I could listen to it again. Leonard Bernstein, composer-conductor. And it goes without mentioning Carol Spinney as Big Bird and L. Corksy Davidoff as the band leader, who was really longtime Sesame writer and writer of this album. David Corr, who wrote Don Music's first sketch and developed Elmo even before Kevin Clash took over, simply just by liking the design of the puppet from the very start. And the rest is history. And our little record disc itself, it may be rough too, so brace yourself for some skips here and there. Liking what I'm hearing already.
It's me, Big Bird.
No wonder.
Guess what I'm doing? I'm playing in a band. I'm playing the bells. I'm glad you put the record on so you can hear me. Right now we're practicing. Old MacDonald had a band. It's time for me to play. Here I go. That was me. Wasn't I good?
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Band Leader. Yes, Big Bird. Is it okay if I tell my friends listening to the record all about keeping time? Why, that's a nice idea, Big Bird. Of course. Oh, good. I'll come up in front of the band, too. Excuse me. I have to get up. I'm sorry. It's just can I get Whoops. Whoops, I know. Oh, you must be a friend of Oscar's. Here I am, Mr. Band Leader. So you are, Big Bird. Well, let's see. First, I guess I need that little stick you use to keep time. Quick, let's play some turning the record over music. Play.
Now you have a song for such a situation. Yep, here's where the skips are kicking in. Yeah, whether it's the skips or not, we still kind of want to keep this short, even if when we had 4 records to review. So sorry we couldn't get to side 2, but here's one of the 45s that has some of the songs from there. And also this marks the end of reviewing the 1977 records, at least the original ones. As we're halfway through with this episode, we have 2 records from the 80s, starting off with 1981's Getting Ready for School. Yes, such an educational topic was going on a lot during this point. Like in the season 12 premiere, you have Big Bird visiting a classroom, knowing what it's like to be in school. And I would show off the home video of the same name, which was much later in 1987, but I don't have that one, and besides, that's not the point of this series. But anywho, here's the one and only Big Bird on the front cover that's made to look like a notebook, and I honestly think that's neat. That's really... The inside gatefold sleeve is what makes it even more like a notebook. We get the alphabet, the numbers, some words complete with illustrations. And the back cover you never see notebook back sides like this nowadays, or at all. But will Big Bird be going back to school? Well, let's check it out. Just a normal day.
Hi, Susan. Hi, Maria. Hi, Olivia. Hi, Big Bird.
Hi, Big Bird.
Hey, you guys have to help me. I have a problem. I want to go someplace. Where? The park? Wrong.
Then where, Big Bird?
I don't know. I'd like to go to a place where I can meet lots of new friends. A place where I can make things. And
Big Bird, wait a minute. You know what? I know just the place.
you do? Oh,
Well, how do you not know this now if you just went into a classroom not even a year ago?
So how do we get there? Boat? Plane? Submarine? Pogo stick?
No. We'll use our imaginations.
Oh, good. Then I won't have to buy a ticket.
No. You just close your eyes.
So he's gonna imagine what it's like to be in school this time?
I know a place that's very cool. You know the place, they call it school. In school, you'll find you're never bored. You're busy, you won't be ignored. You'll find so many new things for you, like blackboards and desks and chalk and crayon too. And once you walk through that school door, I know you will adore your school.
And now for our final subject of the day, we have, from 1982, an exercise album. You know, because if Miss Piggy had an exercise album that year, why not Big Bird? But unlike moi, Big Bird is just here to do some more simpler exercises with us, like touching your toes, jump roping, skipping, bending, all that fun stuff. And over to the back side, we have this guiding for a parent or other grown-up people. Yeah, it is kind of long. It's mostly describing what to do on each track. But there's a much shorter one for side 2. These are mild and simple activities and can be done without preparation. Mostly they're fun. Yeah, I think the reason why it's so short is that all of this on side 2 is stuff from previous albums. 3 from Having Fun. 1 from the Monsters album, and 1 we have yet to review on this show. That being said, we can get this on the player. But wait, a poster inside. Well, this time my copy actually came with that. And here he is. Before we could put on the record, we could warm up with Ernie and Bert. So we can start with breathing, turning our heads and our necks. Why are his ears so dark and making it look like he has noses on the sides of his fucking head? Well, it's nice to know that he keeps spares in case you might wanna. But aside from that, we can also stretch like Grover. And here's our lovely record itself. Lovely. Well, again, brace yourself for skips because...
Hi there, today.
And already...
Exercising. So come on, everybody. Everybody, we're here on Sesame Street.
We'll get sorts of songs in style with this one, too. Like,
Now that our muscles are stretched and we're all warmed up, let's really start moving, okay? Stand up
Okay.
now, get ready. We have to exercise our heart and lungs, too. The way we're going to do that is to listen to this song and follow me. If you get tired, just stop and try again later. Soon you'll be able to do the
well, now when I'm holding this camera,
I learned this the last time I visited the ranch.
well, at least I'll listen.
Getting ready? Are you lined up? It's a dance they do in Cowboy Town. Is the ranch roll? Go down. Right leg out now. Clap your hands. Listen to the music of the country band. Change to the left leg. Dance all
Still
around.
clap.
Ranch aerobic. Go down.
Meanwhile, over to side number 2, and
All right,
keep in mind what I said earlier.
All my Sesame Street friends are with me now, and we're gonna try
a marching exercise game. It's really pretty simple. Here's all you'll have to do. You just march up to the number we just sang in the verse before we started marching, and then we whisper up to 10, and then we stop, that's the best part, and then we start over again with a different number.
See, you're starting to slow down your explanation this time, Big.
It doesn't sound that simple, but it is.
March along with us now.
There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't stop.
That was fine. Let's try now.
Even if I did review this in the Having Fun episode, I'm still playing along. What's the harm in that, right?
So everyone get ready for Harry and Grover and some monster exercise.
Okay. Again, reuse track. But any reuse for my favorite albums, it's always a blessing. Want to see me do this shit visually? Fine, you got it. And now point down. See, this one doesn't even need a new intro because it already has Big Bird. But then again, how's it different from the marching song? What I'm not doing? I already played along the first time, okay? All fall down. All fall down. Still sing along, so that's some participation. Fall down. Well, that about wraps up today's edition, so thank you for sticking around to this second anniversary special of Sesame Record Reviews. And because of that, you'd think I'd pull out all the other records for this occasion. No, this video's gone lengthy enough because we reviewed 4 records today. But we do have another milestone video coming up, so stay tuned for that. With that all being said, next time we'll talk about the first few records I got in 2022. See you then!